Live. We are live now. Welcome aboard on this very special day. It is now November the 30th, and that is an important day because a year ago, a major thing happened with ChatGPT. And to find out about that, we're going to talk about that today. I'm Terry Brock, and I'm joined by my partner and my fiance, Gina Carr. Gina, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing great, extra special great because it's the anniversary of ChatGPT and it's my birthday.
Yes, indeed. So this is a big happy birthday celebration to you and a happy anniversary for ChatGPT on their release of version 3.5 last year. We're now up to version 4.0, and we're going to take a look at that to show what's going on, how people are using AI tools like ChatGPT and others. So a lot happening in that space. We're just seeing enormous things in the last year. Gina, it doesn't seem like it's been quite that long, but it has gone fast. What are your thoughts on where AI is and ChatGPT particularly?
Well, it's really just revolutionized the way that we're doing business as thought leaders and content creators. It's made it so much easier and faster for small business owners to get the word out about what they do, who they serve, the problem that they solve. And so it's made my life so much better. It's really helped our clients. And in our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs program, people just can't seem to get enough of it because one person thinks about using it this way, and then another person thinking about using it another way. So it helps in all areas of business, operations, finance, marketing, um, systems, human resources, basically everything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, matter of fact, one of the things we want to go into in depth right now is show where we are, what's happening. This whole thing called AI and ChatGPT leading the way has changed our world in many areas. Like you said, Gina, it's changed in several different industries. And so I think it might be good for us to talk about some that we've worked with, and particularly some that we're working with thought leaders, those who are consultants, who are coaches, who are professional speakers, who are authors, writers, facilitators, people who, well, like I like to say, CSPs, people who are communicators who solve problems. So we start thinking about some of the things that people are using. What are some cases that you think of how people have used ChatGPT and other tools in this last year?
Well, one way that I've used it, and I know a lot of our clients have as well, is for basically streamlining workshops and events that we're doing, virtual or in person. And so it's like a brainstorming partner or a small team, but it's a simple tool. And basically, putting in what we're wanting to work on or what we're wanting to launch and asking it to generate ideas, an outline, content, a schedule including breaks, a schedule including engagement exercises. Those sorts of things have just been tremendously helpful by using the tool. ChatGPT is my favorite, and so that's one of the things that I've been doing that's really been helpful.
Yeah, I think so. I like to use ChatGPT, and particularly now with the plugins that are there. There's a lot of plugins, extras that you can get. I like to refer to those as kind of like you get an app on your phone. The app is really good because what you do with that is you get access to all kinds of other applications. Yes, we use our phones for talking occasionally, but even more we use the apps that are there. And the plugins that ChatGPT has are doing that. But we're seeing something that's starting to take the place of those plugins and might actually supersede it in one area particularly. Perfect Prompt is one of the plugins that we use. It helps us to make more prompts that are better, much higher quality because you're using AI to help you on that. But they're migrating it from a plugin over to what is called a GPT. Gina, we can hear you typing on the keyboard there. It's coming through real well. But that, yeah, I see Gina's like that. She's out always inquisitive, looking for new things and getting lots of good for us all the time. But we can see that. But those plugins are good. But I think we're probably going to see a migration over to the GPTs that you can create on your own. Gina, you were fiddling around with that the other day and doing some things on it. I haven't done much at all with it. What have you seen so far? What are your thoughts on creating a GPT of your own, even thus far?
Well, I was experimenting with helping people find TEDx's. So a lot of people that I know want to speak on a TEDx stage. And I was the CEO, or I am still the CEO of a TEDx in Atlanta called TEDx Dupree Park. And so I'm frequently approached by people who say, hey, I really want to do a TEDx. How do I do that? And it's rather laborious right now. So the problem is that you have to go to the database, you have to sort through to find ones that match your geographical desires, ones that match your the theme. The theme is going to be consistent with whatever it is that you want to speak about, your big idea that you want to share on a TEDx stage. It needs to match the timing. They need to be accepting applications. All these things that currently take a lot of time and effort by a single person, I know can be automated with AI. And so I'm experimenting with creating a custom GPT that will do this. I'm not there yet. I'm making some progress. It's making progress in some areas, but I need to keep tweaking it. And I was surprised at how easy it was to create my own GPT. It's called TEDx Scout is the working name right now.
TEDx Scout. I like that. Well, creating it is something I haven't tried yet, so you might have to teach me a little bit about that. And I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of opportunities open for those of you that are watching this and listening and joining us on this. Think about ways that you'll be able to use ChatGPT and create your own GPT customized to what you're doing. For instance, I've seen several that are out there. One is for negotiating. And negotiating is real good. I contacted one of our members of our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs group, Greg Williams. He's known as a master negotiator. And this is what he does and has done for a few decades, helping people around the world know what questions to ask, how to observe the other person. And now a lot of that is being distilled into these GPTs that people like Greg, who's a master at this stuff, he really does negotiation well, can take that and leverage even more. And there's all kinds of other tools out there that will help us as well. So as good as it is, it's getting even better in Chat GPT land. I'm thinking it's pretty incredible. If you were to look at some of the tools that are out there that you've been using, Gina, what would be some of the best that you've seen over the last year, the last 12 months?
Well, I'm kind of foundational. I really love to go back to ChatGPT. It's rare that I am not able to get my question answered there. And so I really focus on that. Now, you've introduced me to Perplexity, which is a tool that I like a lot. In Canva, I'm using some of the AI opportunities in Canva and have recently started using the image opportunities inside ChatGPT, including loading up diagrams and images into ChatGPT and asking it to explain it, dissect it, write an outline from it, do different sorts of things that I'm asking it to do, including the other day I actually saw a sign on the back of a car and I have no idea what the sign meant. So I took a picture, put it in my chat GPT and asked it to explain, and it did. So that was tremendously helpful. But there's just so many things that chat GPT can do. And I feel like I've barely begun to explore that, even though I work on it every day. And so I don't really venture out to a lot of the other tools. Like I've used Midjourney, but Dolly 3 is easier.
Yeah, I love DALL-E 3 and the kind of things that you can do with that, creating pictures with the words that you type or the words that you speak into it, and it creates customized pictures for you. That's something that we've done recently, looking at that, and it really is nice. And also the ability to talk to it now on your mobile device, on your phone. You can do that, iOS and Android. I enjoy the opportunity that we can just sit down and just really have a conversation with someone. I was sitting out on the balcony the other day and just talking to it back and forth as if I were talking to a real human being. Hello, and AI is right there just talking back to me. And the funniest thing happened because Gina, I was telling you this a while ago when we looked at the kind of things that it does and what I was doing. I was talking about historical figures that I liked. Lysander Spooner is one from the 1800s, and another one, Herbert Spencer. And I asked her about her. I was using the woman's voice there, Sky, on the talking with ChatGPT. And I asked her about Herbert Spencer and his trips to the United States or what he did as a philosopher in the late 1800s. And she came back and told me Herbert Spencer did not go to the United States, never went to the United States. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I thought he did, but maybe I'm wrong. So anyway, we went on, and I said, well, what about his relationship with Andrew Carnegie? One of my heroes, the steel, a magnet, was in railroads, steel. He did a lot in his day, and I like to follow what he's done. Well, she said she came back to ChatGPT's voice with Sky, came back and said, oh, he did do this and this, and then he came to the United States when Andrew Carnegie brought him over. Oh, please forgive me. I made a mistake before because he did come to the United States and I was spoken incorrectly. And I thought, this is amazing. Like a real human being that would come out professionally and say, oh, I was wrong on that. Here's the right answer. And I think this is brilliant where we can do it. That is something, Gina, I haven't seen that kind of thing come from computers before. Have you?
No, I have not. So I think that is very cool. And there definitely is a human like element. It's
Yeah.
clearly not human, but there's such a human element. And I do find myself talking to it, saying please and thank you and giving it feedback. And it gives me very humanized type of responses as well. And so it is a pleasant experience.
Yeah, it is. And so as I was just sitting out there on our balcony and talking, it was like I was chatting with a friend, realizing this is amazing. And I can ask this friend about anything. Anything that's out there about medicine or legal issues or scientific issues or historical issues, proper grammar, or even other languages. And we can get all kinds of information. Matter of fact, what I want to do here, Gina, is share a little bit of what I did on earlier today when I looked at ChatGPT. I typed in a prompt. Here, let me make this a little bit larger for you so you can see that. Here I said, I've used the word perfect. That's what you have to use when you're using prompt perfect. You put that in there. And I said, use WebPilot or other resources. Now, WebPilot is another plugin that you can get that goes out and looks at the web real time, in depth, and can summarize for you. It's really a master at that. So I said, use WebPilot. What has been the biggest changes that ChatGPT has brought since its upgrade on November 30th, 2022? What are the biggest advantages and changes? What are the greatest dangers that has already happened because of ChatGPT? And what other significant results have we seen from ChatGPT since November 30th, 2022? And what it did is notice it went to work here. It said, okay, we're going to use this. It used Prompt Perfect, and then it used WebPilot. This is the way it does it. And then it came back and said, okay, well, since the upgrade of ChatGPT on November 30th, 2022, several significant changes and developments have occurred. Here's some key points. And notice what it puts in here. This is beautiful. Major changes in achievement, enhanced language understanding and response quality, expanded knowledge base, improved user interaction. I particularly like this one right here. Enhancements in conversational abilities, making interactions more natural and user friendly. As a matter of fact, Gina, that's what you and I were just talking about. It's more interactive, more user friendly, more, can I say, human like?
Well, that's the way I consider it. Yeah, it's human like, and so it really is good. I find it's much more eloquent than I am, and so I do like to use it to help me brainstorm, to help me write articles, to write pieces, to write different marketing copy that I'm working on for a registration page or for a Facebook ad or for the sales page of some product that we're offering. And so it's been tremendously helpful.
Yeah, I think the key benefits are there are amazing. And another thing that's really nice about it is like we were mentioning, the ability to draw pictures when you can do that. And matter of fact, let me give you an example. And you saw this one, Gina, where I was working with a friend of ours on the phone, and he is down in Argentina, and he has some program work that he does. He is working in helping people to find uh, fishing expeditions. So they go out with fishing expeditions. Well, I asked him if he knew about the ability for DALI 3 to create images. And look what I did here. I put this in here to create a brown trout taking a dry fly on the surface in a small creek surrounded by willows. And it gave me these two pictures, which are really nice. I sent those over to him and said, you may use those any way you want. You owe me nothing for it now or anytime in the future. Use it. And Jorge Truco, our friend who's down there in Argentina, can use that. This is the kind of application that we can get and get a lot of good from it in many, many different ways. I see that these give us the ability to do all kinds of things that we want. Here's another picture that I did. Just put this together and had a photorealistic image. Notice the image that the prompt I put in. Create a photorealistic picture of a man and woman on the beach relaxing with a beautiful ocean in front of the picnic basket between them. Use 1920 by 1080 for the dimensions, which is what I wanted. So now, hey, I've got that and I can use that in a professional setting if I want to. It'll give me the ability to get a lot done with that, and it showed me that it's available. Matter of fact, here's what I put in there. It said, here is the photorealistic image of a man and a woman relaxing on the beach with the ocean in front and a picnic basket between them, seated, created in a wide angle format. So what it's doing is creating these images and pictures for those of us who are professional speakers, writers, people that use video a lot, people that use pictures. We want to make sure those pictures are legal to use, that we're not infringing on someone's copyright, not taking a picture that someone else owns and created and using that. That's, even if it weren't illegal, that's immoral. It's not right to do. What you want to do is create your own work of art, and now we can do it. I'm thinking this is profound. Gina, we couldn't do this a year ago. Now we can. What do you think?
Well, it's particularly important for helping thought leaders show people how the before and after of whatever it is that they're helping people do. So if it's losing weight, this is the before weight loss and this is the after weight loss. Now, sometimes you have real life examples and that's great. But the fact that you can use this to create simulations, to create examples, as long, certainly you'd want to disclose that properly, but you can
Yes.
use it to create examples. I like the example of someone before AI, they're laboring over the computer, they're really frustrated, they're not getting things done. And then, oh, wow, it's AI. I can create this article that would have taken me 2 days. Now I can do it in less than an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, that is the subject of an upcoming video on Stark Raving Entrepreneurs YouTube channel, where we'll be talking about that. Matter of fact, tomorrow it'll be released for Friday, December the 1st. So you might want to bounce over there to YouTube, type in Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. You'll be able to see that. But another tool that we have that I put on, matter of fact, this last week was something that helps those of us who are creators who are looking to come up with ideas for content. When we want to write an article, maybe a blog post, or you want to create a video, or you want to get your podcast done, you're going, what should I put out there that people are looking for, that I want to share with people, that they're going to listen to me, they're going to like it. And I found a tool. Gina, you and I are working with a company right now that has something called Content Cloud. And this is what it is. Let me scale this here. Content Cloud, see that in the upper left corner. Matter of fact, let me move me out of the get out of the way here a little bit. There we are. You can see it's Content Cloud, and it gives us the ability to do a lot with this. Discover. Here's what I did. I went in there and I typed in this phrase. You'll see. I said it has now been 1 year since ChatGPT announced version 3.5. How has ChatGPT impacted? Here it gives us a little bit more. The world for content creators in that 1 year. So that was the prompt I put in there. And look what it gave me. It gave me several articles here. Here's one here, a year after ChatGPT's release, the AI revolution is just beginning. Here's another one, ChatGPT's 1 year anniversary, how it changed the world. 1 year later, ChatGPT is still alive and kicking. Look at all of this. They gave us so much ideas that we can use. I mean, I can't even count that high. It's really amazing, all this. So if you're looking to get ideas as a content creator, this is a tool that can be incredibly powerful. Again, it's called Content Cloud. They are a client of ours. We're working with them, and we've been working behind the scenes to see what it can do. And now it's pretty amazing to see that this kind of thing is available, giving us the ability to create a lot of content. Gina, I'm thinking that is pretty amazing. How about you?
Yes, I've really enjoyed getting to know Futuri's Content Cloud and to see the improvements that they continue to make on it. They're constantly tweaking it, making it better. And so it's been an honor to work with them as an advisor. And I have loved to see how their tool has come about because you get the dual purpose of you get the exact sources to the articles. So it's enhanced search, so far superior to Google, And simultaneously, it's creating articles that you could use and content that you could use for social posts or for articles. And so it's kind of the best of both worlds. I really am appreciating its simplicity and efficiency.
Absolutely. It's one of the things I talk about. And matter of fact, did a piece on this on Stark Raving Entrepreneurs YouTube channel and on our podcast. That what you want to do as a content creator is not take what someone else did and copy and paste it. That's wrong for many reasons. Yes, it's illegal, it's wrong, it's immoral, and also it's dimming your own creative ability. What you want to do, though, is instead a little bit different. You want to say, okay, here's 4 articles, here's 5 articles, here's 3 articles, whatever, with different points of view on a particular topic. Mary Smith said this, da 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 da. But over here, we saw that Gail Brown said da 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 da. And so the two of them have a different point of view on this. Oh, and then over here, John Johnson is talking about this thing over here. You can start comparing it. And now you are in a better position. You're being a reporter, you're a communicator who solves problems, and you're showing different tools that are there. So I think in using that, that's one of the real advantages, well, of using what we've got here. You'll see it's got all of these tools right here, these ideas, but then also look at this over here on the right. What it gave us is a personalized ideas. So when I come up here to the top of this, it says ChatGPT has revolutionized the world of content creation. Let me move in there for that. For entrepreneurs in numerous ways over the past years. It's been a game changer, providing an innovative and efficient tool for generating high quality content. And then it says, okay, here's how you can use it. Content generation, idea brainstorming, number 2. Number 3, time efficiency. Number 4, language translation and localization. SEO optimization. See, all of those are available, and even more is there. And this is coming through Content Cloud that we can use now to get ideas and to really expand and go into it. It's really powerful to have that kind of thing. I'm thinking this is something, Gina, that you and I are going to be able to tap into and start using even more. What do you think?
Oh, I agree. I totally love it.
Yeah, the possibilities are just enormous. So that's one of the things that we have been able to see because of ChatGPT. So a full year out now from November 30th, 2022 to today, November 30th, 2023. We're seeing it's amazing. And Gina, your birthday. So on behalf of me and all the others that are joining us now and into the future, happy birthday. And glad to have you with us on this. Well, Gina, as we kind of look forward to the future, of what we're going to do and where we're going with AI. If you reach under your desk there, I want you to get out your crystal ball. I want you to rub it really well, make sure the batteries are running on that thing, and tell us, where do you see things going, let's say really long term, like 6 months from now?
Well, 6 months from now, it's just going to continue. The AI that's available, like ChatGPT, is going to be so needed by many people. And maybe even looking a little bit further out, I think it's going to be we're going to look at it much like the internet. Most of us can't imagine living today without the internet, but many of us did live without the internet, and we know that it was possible. It was just very different, and many things were much more difficult and harder to do. And so now with AI, with generative AI, we're going to be able to have our own assistants in so many fields, especially professional fields: a doctor, a pilot, a teacher, a lawyer. Everyone's going to have their own assistant, their own automated assistant that's going to help them conduct research faster, produce better results, provide better quality service to their clients, no matter what the field is. And so I see it very exciting times.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, I'll agree with you on all of that. We have someone that can help us on that, acting as a doctor, acting as a lawyer, acting as a scientist, acting as a historian with a specialty in this era or that era. We can do all of that with these things, but also one that, Gina, you know I'm excited about, and that is with languages. And matter of fact, before we say goodbye, I want to share something that I'm doing right now. Here is Talkio AI. Talkio AI is the tool that I am using now to have my Spanish language enhanced. I am stumbling through Spanish right now. I want to get it better, but I've got this program that helps me so that I can talk to it and I hear back from an avatar. So I just set it up like over here in the settings. What I can do is I can set this up so that I get a chance to find out what I want to do, then in my pronunciation, I can have these kind of things happen, and then work with the chat to be able to hear it and have someone talk back to me and be able to help me understand. So let me see if it's working. I think we're running into some bandwidth issues here right now. Right when we want to go out, it doesn't seem to be working. But it gives us the ability to do a lot of capability, a lot of different things with it that we would want to do, that we would need to have done. And learning a language then becomes much, much easier by using that. You can just talk to the person. I'm excited. When I see what's going on, it's pretty incredible, and we've got a wonderful world ahead. A full year now. Happy anniversary, ChatGPT, from version 3.5 up to today. The company, of course, was started back in 2015. So they've been around for a little while, working on it, making much progress. Had some excitement this last week with getting rid of the CEO, bringing in 2 additional CEOs, and then bringing back the original CEO, all within just a few hours. Pretty amazing. But I think I'm going to let them sort that out. Let them do it. We just know there's a lot of good out there that's going to help a lot of content creators to better serve their audiences, to help adjust our world in a different way. There's some dangers out there. Yes, AI has some potential for harm. We want to be aware of those, and we'll put that in the right place, in the right frame. Well, Gina, what would you say in closing as we look at where we are with ChatGPT and with AI in general?
Well, if you haven't been using it, I encourage you to jump right in, dig in. There's a free version, and you can absolutely try free versions of AI. And I would encourage you to try the free version of ChatGPT inside OpenAI. And then if you are already using it, I encourage you to think of different ways that you can use these tools and how you can have your own personal assistant that's your AI tool that can help you with so many things that you're wanting to do.
Absolutely. It's an amazing world. Get out there, explore it, have fun with it, and enjoy. Practice safe AIing. Can I say that word? AIing? Is that a word now? But have
I guess
practice
it is
safe.
now.
It is now. We'll make it up. If we don't have a good enough word, we'll make one of our own up. And we go for it. And come over and join us at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. You can go to starkravingentrepreneurs.com and find out about programs that we have to help entrepreneurs and creators to do more with AI and with other tools. I'm Terry Brock with Gina Carr here. We wish you the very best and look forward to seeing you in the future.